This is career, but now, hold on, now we have mods. So some of the mods that I've got right now, we've got Thales, because everybody basically uses Thales. I've got these ones, I think this is, curve pack, so there's some extra wheels in here. There's another wheel one somewhere, Mizu team. These are all like actual wheels, real life wheels. Yeah, most of it is Thales or Apollo's light pack, because that added these ones, the fluorescent lights. Yeah, I think that's going to be awesome for any buildings. And I've got high-res monitors. I think they might be high-res, but just all these different HUDs and monitors of different sizes. Like lots of weird shaped monitors. I have these mods. These are mods that I made today. It is the wedge solar panel, so it still works like a normal solar panel with your electrical input or output, but we've got a normal blue one, so it matches any solar panels you might have already, and then a black one because I actually always wanted these solar panels to be black, but beginner said that they don't do black solar panels. Now they do. There's some other stuff. Most of the mods I have are terrain mods though, and because of how you have to create a new world to add terrain mods, I'll probably end up creating new worlds a lot of the time. So we'll just keep track of the money in any bases that I own. Well, now my plan is to go catch some crabs. And I've been working on this boat. This is my crabbing starter boat. So it's under $20,000, but I need to put on a crab pot, at least one crab pot. This is my simple crab pot. So I've got these little slots, which are a hard point embedded in the floor. Then there's a track in the middle, and then some doors around the outside to give you that X of where to put the pot. On the bottom of the pot, we've got a hard point, and this key here releases it from the boat. This button releases the crabs and lobsters from the pot, and the handles are just there so you can help pull it around, manipulate that pot to get it over the hoppers in the middle. I've got 2 crab pots, and then a bunch of microcontrollers stretched on the top, and just some decorative pipes. And those are controlling it's counting how many crabs are in both the pots, and then sending it up this electrical anchor up into the winch. Then inside this, it's got 2 1x3 controllers on the sides, which are controlling how far in and out, or they're controlling if the winch goes in or out, dependent on the water level, which is sensed on here. We have a light and an electrical connector sort of XML stretched up the top. The light flashes when it's in the water, when the buoy is in the water, and it flashes orange when it's just active in the water, and it flashes blue when it's full, when both pots are full. This little solar panel is just going to keep it charged up, but the hard point on the bottom is supplying the majority of the electricity. So I've made sure that the hard point is connected to the anchor, and the anchor is connected to the winch, and that's connected to everything, so it should all be happy. I've got these little gates I took off my fishing boat with the player sensor on my crab boat, and this is the first time I've used Thales windows. I might need to fix some of these because I think the borders are... Yeah, see, I don't have a border on this window. I don't know if I need to have a border all the way around on both sides, but I really wanted this flat diagonal edge. That was the main thing I wanted out of Thales. So one pot, I have $2,000 left. These pots are quite expensive. Yes, best I can do is 2. There's still going to be rescue missions and delivery missions and things like that, but crabs is definitely a good money maker. I have a monitor here that I was going to connect to my Don't Get Lost unit, but when I started looking at that, I thought it looked very gross. It's a very old design. I can do better now, so I want to redesign how that looks before I implement it. And yeah, this window is so good. I maybe want to put in like a real thick border between the windows, but like this is pretty good, having a little thin one. So yeah, there's not really any major instrumentation on here. It's just a very simple boat. This control handle controls my crane, and there's no bed. I have a hatch here which lets me access the engine and the battery, but yeah, not very useful because I can't actually get down in there. I'm just gonna go over to North Harbour because that's where you can sell fish. We'll catch some lobsters and sell them there and hopefully make a lot of money. My next plan after this crab boat is to get to $40,000 and build a slightly bigger fishing boat with a fishing net. So probably take that green one that I was working on and improve that up to a $40,000 fishing boat and improve the nets on it. But I do have space for 8 crab pots on here, so I'm going to play a little bit of this off camera just so I can advance without having to worry about speaking and doing things. We've also got the terrain mods that I'll just come across. Like over here there's a racetrack, and I'm pretty sure this mountain is a lot taller. There's a road that goes up it now. This boat is a miniaturized version of this Lego boat that I found a picture of. I think a really big crab boat would be very good, but also doing cargo missions might be more viable as a way to make a lot of money. Oh yeah, on the bottom of this boat I've got a roll stabilizer. Because the engine and the hoppers are so low in the hull, I had to put the stabilizer on the outside. But doing that has put the mass very low, and it does seem like it will self-right if I do flip. What I'm trying to do right now is just kind of park close to North Harbour and drop the pots, so I won't have to go too far to pick them back up. I'm getting pretty close to the dock right now, so I'm going to release these pots. And it looks like I am actually going to have to use the crane to get them off. On the top of the crane I've got a little light, and that will go green when it can connect. And I can turn all this off. My battery will drain because it's connected to the roll stabilizer, which will be active as long as there's 20% battery left. So it'll drain down to 20% and then the roll stabilizer will stop working. But here you can see the buoy floats up to the top. It'd be good if it floated up a little bit higher, but I can probably tweak that a little bit. And then this yellow light is just so that I can see it in the dark. Pot's rolled over, which probably doesn't help. Yeah, I might have to change the height of the liquid meter for how much height it needs. I think its threshold is 1, so if it's 1 meter below the surface then it will stop going down, but maybe I should make it half a meter or something, so then it'll come right up to the top. So yeah, now I'm just gonna sit here and wait. Yeah, I should have put a keep active on them. I'm gonna sit here just to be safe, and maybe I'll make a keep active wedge mod for the other side of where the solar panel is. You guys see that? Floating off the bottom of this electrical connector. Oh, maybe this way's better. Alright. You see that? There's an outline of an electrical connector. It's like all the physics are probably being calculated on this ghost connector, or it's like a reflection of It must be a reflection, right? Because it's in the waves, it's going up higher. It's a reflection of the connector in the water way over behind it. Very weird. Very weird. The pot looks kind of full. I don't know how to check how full it is without actually pulling it up. Maybe I could make the light change color in 10 amounts of 10, increments of 10. Maybe it starts at red and then changes through the rainbow every plus 10, because the maximum capacity of these pots is 32. So it would only have to be, I could do it in base 8 maybe, and then it's 4 colors. Got 'em. So now as once the buoy is out of the water, it starts to pull the pot up. Then what you want to do is try and get the pot to lay down over the hopper. Otherwise crabs are going to go everywhere. They're going to go everywhere anyway, but this has a better chance of getting them all in. There we go, a couple made it out, but most of them are going in. So that was 22. It was kind of full. Getting it back on the connectors is pretty difficult. Okay, so I'm just gonna try and leave the crane off to the side, and now I've got to reverse up to the fish cell point. I think I've already drifted too far forwards. Right, so that was, I don't know how many crabs, because I didn't count it. I had negative $24 when I spawned, so now I have 15,000. So crabs are really good for money. That's 2 pots, and I was sitting around for about 50 minutes. So yeah, it's a lot of money, but it takes a lot of time to get there in the first place, so I'm not sure if it's the best way to make money. If I had keep active blocks on the buoys or the pots, then I probably could have gone and done something else for that time, and they would have maybe collected crabs. So that'll be something to investigate. I'm lost. I don't know what island this is. It might be the hospital, might be St. Seb. Should have put a compass in this. Should have figured out my don't get lost unit. And so I found 2 crates on that island. I think they were both 9,000. That should put me above 40,000. I should be able to finish building that fishing boat and see if that does any better for making a lot of money in one go. So the limit for the first boat, the crab boat, is 20,000. The limit for the fishing boat is 40,000. And then whatever comes next limit will be 80,000. So I'm just doubling all the way through. And there'll be a point where spending money on the bases to unlock them should be achievable in like one go or something. I don't know. but I need to get enough money to be able to spawn a vehicle and purchase North Harbour. And I want to try and, yeah, so I can fish out of North Harbour, but I can also do the transport missions and build trains. Trains and trucks, because now I have roads. We'll see them when I get over there. There might be a crate up on top of this island as well. I do like this boat, and I like that it's slow. It makes it really easy to drive. I don't want to put too much detail on it because it still needs to be a $20,000 boat. Right now it's just a little bit over 20,000. It's probably like a microcontroller or something somewhere. And so with that, I have $53,000. I'll probably do some fishing off camera, or I'll fix up the fishing boat at least. Let's see if that crate's up here. Cha-ching. What is that? Like 60? 62,000. So next step, build the fishing boat, buy North Harbour, and start playing around with trucks and trains. Thanks for watching. See you later.